Hey there guys and gals, just a quick one before we begin. Thank you so much for watching this guide. If it helps or if you enjoy it, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share with a friend as well. Huge shout out as well to all my Patreon supporters and YouTube members, so thank you so much. Also, if you enjoy the darker side of gaming, which involves controversies with streamers and studios, murder and more, check out my podcast called Gaming's Darker Side. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Music or wherever you get your podcasts. So thank you so much, and now on with the good stuff. So welcome to the good stuff then. This is Viewfinder, an absolutely brilliant puzzle game developed by Sad Owl Studios, published by Thunderful Publishing, and is usually available for $19.99/$24.99, but as always, check out for a cheeky sale or two. So we play as Mrs. Viewfinder, or something or other, but no, actually, this is just a mind-bending first-person adventure game in which you can bring pictures to life by placing them into the world. It sounds complex, but it's really not, and it's really fun. As for achievements, although there are 46 of them, a lot are just miscellaneous and easy, while in different chapters, we also need to collect different items, of which there are not that many. All in all, on your own, it may take between 4 to 6 hours, but with this guide, hopefully it's around the 2-hour mark or less. So, let's do it already. So, buttons. Left stick to walk, right stick to move, A button to jump, and then obviously when we're able to pick up some pictures, we are going to do it with the left trigger and then right trigger to place stuff, but we'll get to that in a minute. So, for now, just follow the path around and then to the right and out. You're already going to see how this game works immediately. It is absolutely fantastic. I had a great time with this. Go ahead and try to cross the bridge. It'll break and it'll give us our first feature of the game, which is the rewind button. And we do that by pressing the B button. So you can press the B button to rewind. If you double tap the B button, you probably just seen like a little X mark on it. If you double tap that, it'll put you immediately back to that. It's just a little bit quicker. But head around to the right, go across the other bridge, the unsnappable one. What's an old photograph? And now we'll pick up the photo with the X button. And then again, what you can do, you can hold the left trigger to aim it. And then press the right trigger to effectively put it down. Now also you need to make sure that you're doing it on a gap, not where there's a gap. So you need to do it, as you can see, just below us. So you go straight ahead, you go into the photo. You can press the X button then to teleport, and that is basically the end of a level. And we're going to be doing this for a lot. And it is brilliant. So, into the next level then, we're going to pick up the battery, and we're going to go to the edge a little bit further, and we're just going to drop it with the X button. And that is going to get us our first achievement. Bye-bye, battery. Kind of NSYNC-y, but absolutely not at all. So again, X to pick it up, X to drop it off the edge, and job done. Go behind you, go up the steps, and grab the picture from this easel right meow. And we're going to get another achievement as well. So if you hold it, the left trigger, and then put it about halfway on the, you see the flashing screen in the background? Put it halfway on there, press the right trigger, and that'll cut it in half. Now, obviously, as we are progressing through the levels, we can't cut the, it's called, well, the teleporter, obviously, that's what it's called, the little flashing screen there. But if you cut it in half, it destroys it and it gives us an achievement. Now head to the right, jump off the edge, and then press the left trigger and then right trigger. And then that will make you fall into it, and that will get you another achievement there, Caught in the Act. And from now, we can press the pause button to restart the level. So again, I do apologise if this is going a little bit quick so far. But we're going to head up to the right, go and grab that same picture that we grabbed. So we should already be on 3 achievements here, as we're going to go for a 4th. So with the picture, look straight up, doesn't matter where you are, but what we need to do is get this battery to fall on our head. So just stand, press the right trigger, the battery will fall. As long as you stood underneath it and hit you on your square on your nuggety head, you will get the Battered by a Battery achievement. Also, we need this to place on the teleporter, yeah, that thing right there, the old battery charger-upper. So head over to the right-hand side to grab the next battery. And that'll be 3 batteries done. Obviously, we're going to need to do this now. The teleporter works, so we can teleport our way through. That's obviously going to be a key mechanic throughout the rest of the game. So, from the next one, grab the next picture right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to... so if you can rotate the photo with the right or left stick. Place it sort of in the middle so you can walk straight through. Now, what we're going to do is pick up the picture here from the left. And then, so we need to finish this level without the battery, touching the battery. So, look up, press the right trigger, move away, and then hopefully the battery has landed on there. And that will be enough. So, hopefully it's landed on the pad. And once you have landed it on the pad, you should now be able to teleport your way through. That will get us the contactless achievement. Job done. Okay, so that's the sort of prologue done as we head up the steps and up and around. And we can see our next... This is kind of like the hub area. So if you quit out of the game for whatever reason, you'll always come back to this hub area. But we go back into the next teleporter, into the next level. Head to the right. Head around and around. We're going to grab our first duck just after this photo. So grab the photo off the table. Turn back around and place the photo in between the gap. So we can make a nice little bridge directly in front of us. Now again, sometimes it won't always look like mine, but it doesn't matter. As long as you can get across or as long as you can do the job, it's all good. Pick up the next photo off the table, look directly at the metal gate, and then again, left trigger and then right trigger to align it so we can walk straight through the archway, head to the right. And then up and to the left here is the first duck out of 4 for this particular chapter. So there we go, that is the first one. Done. Look directly behind you, slightly off to the right, where we can find another photo hanging next to that metal fence. And again, press the left trigger if you turn directly around from where we got the photo. You need to make the building like a bit of a ramp, as it were. So again, use the left or right on the D-pad. And again, if it's too far out, you just have to walk a bit further in. So again, it does take a little bit of getting used to, but it's literally a case of just aligning the photo to make it all good. So turn directly around from where we started, pick up the cloud photo. Well, in fact, we're going to pick up all 3 photos, the cloud, the night, and the sunny sky. You can press down on the D-pad to swap through multiple photos. So we'll have a look now at this metal gate just to the left where we picked up these photos. Place the sun. So we can go ahead and grab this battery. Now, if you do, for whatever reason, cut this battery in half, sometimes that can happen. Again, just press the B button to rewind and then try again. But yeah, so once you've grabbed that battery, pop it on the pad. And then look directly at this little tree hole right here. And again, just underneath the hole, place the night sky and sort of off to the right slightly. And then that should be enough then to, there we go, open up the way and grab the next battery. So yeah, it's all go, this game. But again, very enjoyable. And then obviously once you know what you're doing, as you can see, the teleport is good to go. You know, you get used to it really quickly. But yeah, it is fun. So anyway, we'll turn around, head down the stairs to the right, where we're going to grab duck number 2. You don't mess with the Zohan's duck. That's all I've got to say about that. Pick up the photo there from opposite where we've grabbed the duck. Place it basically directly in front of us. Now, what we need to do for this bit, we're going to keep picking up the photo and we're going to keep placing it and basically just continue to walk. So pick it up, place it in front of you, and then continue to walk. And then what's going to happen is the game is basically going to start malfunctioning. This is a real thing, and you're going to get a Stanley Parable type of Easter egg right here. So there's nothing we could do for a minute. We just wait and enjoy the scenery.
Welcome back. A little too soon.
So, can you believe it was all a simulation? Mental. I cannot believe it. Anyway, head straight through into the dusky evening. And here we are in the computer room. Now what we're going to do is turn off the red lights. And then the green lights. And then basically just turn them all back on in any order. It doesn't matter which. But once you've done that, we can just head straight back and get to our view finding once more.
Nice work. Looks like we're back online. Ready when you are.
So, once you see the light, no, Caroline, don't walk into the light. Actually, we do walk into the light, and we head to the other end. We're back in the hub world section. We'll get an achievement for welcome back. And we'll go straight in with this level again. So, turn directly around, head straight down the stairs. Now, this time, we're going to get another achievement before we end the level. So, again, we're going to do the sort of same thing as we were doing, but we need to place this picture 15 times before we exit. So, if you basically sort of keep heading it around to the right, you're going to see where the teleporter is. So, again, just keep picking up the photo, placing it down in front of you, and then just keep doing that. But basically, while we're doing this, we're going to head towards the right-hand side, where we're going to see the teleporter, and then once you have the achievement for unlocking, it's called Recursion Excursion. So once the Recursion Excursion achievement unlocks, you can just use this picture to get to the teleporter, which again, if you start, you can probably see it just on the right of my screen right now. Again, when you're doing this, make sure not to cut the teleporter in half. Otherwise, you'll have to rewind it and cost yourself precious 3 seconds of life or something. Also, you won't see the achievement appear on screen because I'd already unlocked it and then I messed up and then I had to re-record it. So, I is stupid, but, you know, it's the way life goes sometimes. So, yeah, once you have all 15, the Recursion Excursion unlocks. Head towards the teleporter, and you're done and dustado. So, on to the next level. So, that was fun, wasn't it? We're already 12 minutes in. And aren't we having so much fun, you guys? Right. So, obviously, we're only going to head up the steps. And ta-da! Pick up the drawing. Place the drawing. And we're going to place it, obviously, just enough so there's not a gap on the floor. We can just jump straight through. Head up the steps. And effectively, all you're going to be doing is doing the same thing then. So you're going to be... It's basically a linear path for now. You're just going to be walking forward, picking up paintings, and then placing them down, and then just walking straight into them. Now, if your screen is at a slight angle, like mine is, all you got to do then is you just got to, again, rotate the photo ever so slightly. So if you go into the teleporter and it says it's got to be upright or whatever, sometimes just putting the photo on its side slightly seems to work. So that's just in case you need that. But once you've teleported through, head around and then to the left, where we are going to find another teleporteroni machine. My favourite machines, these teleporteronis. Right, new level, let's go. Straight in front of us, pick up the photo off the wooden board, turn around, and we are going to go down to the right, and you can see a photocopier. That is a prominent picture, but to the right, a prominent feature of the game, sorry. We're going to pick up these 3 drawings. Now, in order to get another achievement, we press down on the D-pad to get the boxes. You can see the boxes in front of us. Now, you need to try and make this picture as good and as sort of perfect as you can. So it basically looks like it is in the photo. So we'll place the boxes down. Next, again, down on the D-pad, get the lamppost up to use it with this lamppost. Again, try and square it off as best you can. And then once you've done that, if you head to the left, we can see where the big flower is, just behind the wooden board with the picture we got. Again, do the same thing. If, for whatever reason, the everything in its right place achievement doesn't decide to unlock, just just rewind by pressing the B button a couple of times and just try again. But otherwise, it should be, again, you don't have to be totally perfect, but, you know, good is fine enough. So head down these steps to the right to the photocopier machine. There we go. So now we've got 2 photos of the same photo, and that's what a photocopier is. So didn't need to explain that. But what we're going to do now is grab the one photo, place it down just past the teleporter, and then do the same with the other photo. So place them both down quite close to each other, so we can pick up both of the batteries, put them on the pad, and that'll teleport us out of here. Again, the levels are very short, but especially in later levels, it does make you need to think outside the box. When some things look obvious, they generally aren't. Right, so next up, then we're going to head to the left. Apparently I've done a 360, but if you go to your immediate left, you will find the third duck. And then from here, pick up the picture on the table. Pick up the photo right there. Turn around. We're going to use the photocopier once more. We're going to get another picture. And we're going to use it again to get a third picture. And that should be fine, just dandy and fine. Look over where the other side is. And then, now, if you rotate it, so like what kind of looks like a ladder or something is on the top. You're sort of making an L shape on the ground, as it were. So try and place it as nicely as you can, at least to get across. Like I said, if it doesn't work, just keep pressing the rewind button. Now look directly up. You can see where the teleporter is, just in the sort of top right-hand corner. But you basically, well, of the photo. So if we spin it around, the teleporter is in the top right of the photo. And then we need to put it at the gap at the very top right. So we can sort of walk up and then just head to the teleporter, if that makes sense. Again, sometimes my explanations kind of suck donkey phlegm. I don't know what donkey phlegm is, but there we go. But sometimes it's easier to watch than it is for me to explain. So I do apologize if my explanations are a bit weenie-ish, as it were. But anyway, that's how we get through this next level. Put the teleporter where we can walk to it, and that's job done. And this is it for Chapter 1. In fact, no, it's not done for Chapter 1. We're almost done for Chapter 1. We're going to head down the steps. We are going to go into the next teleporter. This is an optional challenge. Now, again, to get another achievement, we have to do all optional challenges anyway. Again, they're basically as easy as the other levels, especially now. But if we head to the left, go down the steps, we're going to find our fourth duck very soon. But first of all, we're going to pick up this photo from this desk drawer, place it basically directly in front of you. And if we rotate it so the circle windows are on the left, that makes it easier to nip through. We can then nip straight down. And then pick up the next photo. Now, with this one, what we're going to do, again, we'll place the photo. And we're going to rotate it so that the chair and the table kind of looking thing is on the left-hand side. So, kind of like that. So, the stool and the table or whatever. We're going to pick up this next photo. And then we are just going to place this wherever, because we are going to go through it. So place it down. Again, make sure you can jump across. Go to the left-hand side of the maze. So go to the left-hand side of it. There we blah. And then basically straight left and then straight through again. And this is where we're going to get our fourth and final duck to get your ducks in a row achievement. Get your ducks in a row. Get your ducks in a row achievement. That's it. Yeah, okay, we're done. And there we go. And then from here then, basically what we can do now is just rewind it. Again, if you press the B button twice, you will go back to the previous photo, saving yourself about 3 to 5 to 12 seconds or so. So, go back to this photo, and then this time, what we're going to do is we're going to turn it around so the table with the chairs is upside down on the right, and the other table is on the left. Here, we can pick up yet another photo, and again, we're going to place this down anywhere just so we can get through, but we're going to rotate it so the table is on the left-hand side. So it kind of looks like the floor, well, basically, yeah, the floor is on the bottom, more or less. And then if we just head around, you can see the table. We pick up the next photo. And then we are going to rotate it around. In fact, no, we're going to leave it. We're just going to leave it. Just put it down directly in front of you so you can drop down and then teleport your way out of Nya.
I wonder what else this is.
Ah, that was just so fantastic. Right, okay, so head through. So basically behind you, head through, and then to the right to go down the steps. And now, 'tis the end of Chapter 1. So, what we could do, we'll head in. We'll meet our new cat, Cait. Our new kitty catty Cait. Kitty cat? Kit cat?
I'm surprised you made it this
Need a break? Need a Kit Kat. as it were. But basically, all you're going to do is just go to the right in order to get to the second chapter, and then just enjoy the scenery and the ride for a moment, where we're going to get some more features and some new ass stuff.
Though his colleagues were just as amazing in their own right. Their work was always said to change the world. Or so they said. Often. Oh, I'm Cait, by the way. An artificial record keeper, developed by Mirren to maintain this place. I'll be here to assist you in any way that I can. And I look forward to seeing what wonders you discover.
So yeah, a whole bunch of explanations and such right there, but we'll head down to the right in order to get through to the next teleportometer machine. Teleportometer. Well, you know, the teleporter. Right, so let's go to the right, the only way we can go for the time being. And then nip through, and then we got a new illusion that we can, basically we need to square off certain pictures in order for it to appear. So as you can see, so you need to basically stand yourself in the correct position. The game is pretty lenient in all fairness. If you're at least close enough by it, it'll do it for you. And as you can see, the way now opens for us, which of course it wasn't before. So this is again another, so as you can see, there's another 3 there that we are going to do. So just do the same thing, square it off lovely. That gives us a new way for us to go. And we are going to get another achievement in a minute for petting the Caity cat. So if we head all the way to the left and go up the steps. And here's Cait. So give her a little pet. You can get this achievement whenever you want, because she's with us for the rest of the game, but you might as well just get it now. So if we look down, you can see the teleporter machine. We have to square it off. Once you've done that, straight through, job done, bams your nan, job done. Again. So, head to the right, pick up the telephone. You don't have to pick up the telephone, but the ringing is painfully annoying. Head right and around again, where we're going to pick up our first collectible of Chapter 2, which is the banana magnet. On the table behind you is the photo we're going to pick up. Now, what you need to do, again, you need to put this in a specific spot. So, heading towards the metal gate. So, if you walk sort of quite close to the wall in front of us, with the metal gate just on the right, that should give you now enough of a gap in order to squeeze through on the right. If it doesn't work for whatever reason, it means that you're just too far away, so you just need to go in a little bit further. So once you've squared off this particular picture, we have a new way to go. We're going to square off this next picture, which is the teleportation machine, and teleportometer yourself away into the next one. Right, so first of all, head over to the table, which was directly in front of us. Pick up the 2 cards. And now if we just put these sort of in the gap where the cards can't get in the way. We're just going to place the cards anywhere. Doesn't really matter where, but that is the first and second one. This is going to get us the I Fold achievement. I fold your mama's underpants. I don't know why I stuck them on my hands. So, we need to light up the way. But, as you can see, the wires are everywhere. So, we need to turn on some levers. Head to the left to find the first lever. Nice and easy, of course, this one's going to be. The second one is going to be basically in the middle where we started. And then if we continue on down to the right. And then right around here is lever number 3. And then just like these sort of squared off illusions as they were, you just have to do the same thing with all of the colours. Now, again, you have to line this one up pretty perfectly. So if for whatever reason, again, that it doesn't work, it just means that you're not lining it up perfectly enough. Pick up a Pringle. Pick up a penguin. Pick up it perfectly. Anyway, that's how we do that one. So make sure to get the I Fold achievement in the meantime as well. So heading up these steps there, just to the left of us. The left of us 2. The left of us 3. Into the next teleportometer machine. And straight away, we're going to head straight in front of us, down the steps. And if we look to the left, you can find what is called the Viewfinder. So we press the X button to use the camera, and it takes a picture of sometimes seemingly nothing, but other times it is something. So grab the steps, go up the steps, and then use those steps in order to get up here Now, again, like I said, if you're a bit too far off for whatever particular reason, just rewind and try again. Pick up the photo from the next viewfinder, which should take a picture of the teleportation machine. Then we could just drop straight ahead, drop the picture, straight ahead, teleport our way through again. Okay, so for this next one, again, straight in front of us, we are going to use the viewfinder. Now, this does seemingly look like nothing, but it is, of course, something. Look around to basically turn directly behind you. Rotate the camera so it looks like a nice bit of a bridge for us. So we can just, it's like a T-bridge more or less. So if we just use that, we can head across to the other side. Drop down to find our second magnet. It is the orange magnet on the table. Head back, pick up the battery, and give yourself a little jump up. Again, she doesn't have a very good jumping Mrs. V Viewfinder. But we're going to drop the battery for now. We are going to take another picture. And then with this one, again, just like we did with the last one, we're going to rotate it right. So it looks like a T-bridge is just chilling out. There we go. And then what we need to do is pick up that battery. And we need to make sure that it is in full view of the viewfinder. So if we put it at the sort of very back. And then take another picture. That should now give us a picture of the camera. Or the battery. So what you can do then is just look straight up, press left trigger, right trigger, and the battery will drop. Science! It's so good in games. I like them. Well, if everything was so realistically scientific, games would be boring, wouldn't they? So pick up the other real battery, as it were, pop that down, teleportation your way straight through. No rest for the wicked, as it were. By the way, if you're wondering what's wrong with my voice, I am deathly poorly right now. So I'm struggling just for you guys. Anyway, head up to the right. And we're going to find a Game Boy. Or kind of like well, it's like a Tamagotchi. But this one, of course, is uncopyrighted. The Tomodachi. So what we're going to do for the achievement, we need to press the button. Wait until the music stops. And then press the middle button, which will be the sunny sun. And then once the sun goes away, press the rainy button. The aim of this game is basically to grow the plant to its fullestness. So literally, all you got to do, in order, is press the music button, wait for it to stop. Then press the sun, wait for the sun to go away, and then press the water button in order to do that. And this should take roughly about 2 minutes in order for the plant to fully grow. And that'll get us the I beat the game. So the plant will fully grow and a bee will come, and that's why there's a bee pun in there. Yeah, time to be real. Because you bee nuts. No, wait, never mind. So it will be appearing right now. There's the bee. Oh, be happy. Don't worry. That will get us the I beat the game achievement. Or I bzzzt. Or whatever. Anyway, you got the achievement. Let's move on. Right. Interact, first of all, with the viewfinder. That's going to take a picture of some plants. Pick up the photo of the viewfinder. And then what we're going to do is directly in front of us, these sort of circly holes in the wall. We are going to use the plants right about there. So that'll give us the opportunity to jump up and then get into the next viewfinder where we're going to take another picture. We're going to take another, we're going to pick up that photo. And then what we need to do is, so if we turn around, go back to the big Tamagotchi thing, we need to get a little bit closer than I am right now. If we do it from here, it's too far away. We can't get to the teleportation machine. So you need to do it pretty close. And then take another picture of the viewfinder that of the photo that we just placed down. Pick it up, turn the teleportation photo around. There we go. And again, make sure that it's on the floor so you give yourself a bit of a gap. Again, if it does, sometimes it won't work and sometimes that will be a bit of a pain. So sometimes it's literally just a case of having to find out where the sort of at least the good spot is so we can continue. So there we go. I managed to do it a little bit higher than I thought. So turn around and then we're going to head through all this bit into the next telemanimation machine-ish.
I'd like to help you look.
30 minutes in. Damn, that's gone quick. Right, we are going to get another achievement right about now. To the right, you can see on the hanging peg is another photo. Head down the stairs directly in front of it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to square off. Well, we're not going to square off this. If you square off this, look, battery will fall straight away. So if you square, well, yeah, don't square it off because we actually need that battery. So what you're going to do is behind the battery, you are going to place the picture of the battery that we just picked up. Now, if you do it sort of where I've done it here, so in between the stairs and the grass, then we are going to use that. Square the battery off, and if the battery hit the other battery, you will get the Fool Me Twice achievement. So again, if it doesn't work for whatever particular reason, just try it again until you get the achievement. Otherwise, we can just go ahead, pick up that battery. Once you've got the achievement, rewind, place the photo down, pick up the battery again, and then, just got it. Just got it. And that'll be the 2 batteries done, so we can just put them on the pad and teleportation your way out of Mia. Okay, first up, let's go to the left and answer the damn phone. And then if we look directly behind us, we can see a table with a plant. And more importantly, the next, it's a mango magnet. So that's the 3rd out of 4 done. Mango magnet done. So head to the left up the steps just to the annoyingless phone. Around to the left again where we're going to find the viewfinder. Take the picture. Use the camera. Take the picture, of course. So if we head back down and around, we are now going to square off this little illusion-ish. Where we can... Oh, there it is. Where's it? Come in. Come in. Alright, there we go. Right, so we got the battery in view. All good. Right, go back to the viewfinder, up the steps and to the left. So now, of course, we have a picture of the battery now as well. Always comes in handy. The more batteries, the merrier. So, what we're going to do now is if we interact with the... So, put up the battery, the pad... So basically both pictures, put them both sort of next to each other as well as you can. Grab the battery. And then we're going to place this on the left-hand side pad. And then the battery behind it, of course, the one we took a photo of. We can put that on the next one as well. And then teleport our way out of here. Right, into the next area then. We are going to get the final collectible in just a moment. So we're going to go to the optional... This is the optional optionolies. Head to the right and up the steps where we're going to find the last and final magnet. And that'll get us the I stuck with it achievement. Eventually. Should pop up. But once we do that, we'll head back down. Oh, in fact, for some reason, it unlocked, but not actually on screen. So you should get the excuse me, I stuck with it. It's getting pretty difficult to talk right now. But I'm doing it. So take a photo. And if we head around, and basically just in the middle of the planters here, next to that bag of soil, we are going to place the picture. But what we need is kind of like a little bit of an angle. So if we do it about halfway in between there, or wherever you can, we can now take a picture again. So if you take a picture, pick up the photo of the back of the teleportation machine. Then we're going to rotate that said picture. Again, if it doesn't work, again, as I say, always rewind it and just try again. And then that should give us the ability now to get straight through and teleport our way out of here. And with it being all optional, this was the final level of the chapter. So now we're going to go into the longest chapter of the game, Chapter 3. So again, go to Chapter 3. enjoy the story, enjoy the enjoymentness of it all.
The batteries, the teleporters, that's all thanks to his handiwork. Though, he wouldn't accept the compliment directly. I'm sure you'll find something useful here. One step closer to solving an impossible question, right?
And we can head straight through into the teleporter directly in front of us. Now this chapter, we are going to grab the camera. We're going to get a whole bunch of new mechanics as well, kicking on and kicking off. First of all, directly behind you, pick up the first out of 7 collectibles for the chapter, the Mahjong Tile. Mahjong, Madong, Maflong, Maflippity Flabbity Flu. So head straight through and sort of down to the left. I'll be getting the camera shortly. Obviously to the right. Now, what we're going to do is, first up, pull the lever, the first one in front of us. And then we can head around, well, grab the lever on the wall, and then around to the left. We can find, if we illusion this photo, as it were. So we're going to square the photo off. Again, all the puzzles should be the same for everyone in the game. It's just, you know, how we do them. If we head around, we can pull the final lever, look at all of the 3 directly in a row. That should give us a bridge that we can now cross. And then just head to the right, straight across the bridge. We're going to be getting another couple of achievements popping out right here as well. Like I said, there's 46 of them in the game, so they're going to be popping like your mama's pills, if she's on pills. Head to the right, where we're going to pick up the next photo, and then sort of do it in the gap, so sort of in the gap so it's not in the way or breaking anything. Head straight down, pick up the next photo of the camera, place that anywhere.
I love these little events.
And now we should be able to pick up the camera. Now, do not take a picture of Cait. Cait the cat. Cait the cat's going to appear, but do not take a picture of him just yet. We need to wait until Cait gets on the teleportation machine. Right there. So, because we are going to be getting 2 achievements. 1 for taking a photo of Cait, Cait the cat, and 2 for getting a whole bunch of batteries just chilling out. Oh yeah, and plus you get the achievement, the Viewfinder, for grabbing the camera as well. So, make sure to take a picture of Cait and the battery. You've got to make sure the battery is included with that. And then what we're going to do for the next couple of minutes is make sure to take a picture of all of the batteries until we get to about 32. So you'll take a picture of 2, and then of course you'll look up to the sky, drop the 2 batteries. Again, obviously if it's easier, move them closer so they're not absolutely everywhere. But then you're going to take a picture of the 4 batteries, do the same with the picture, put it up in the air, wait until all the batteries fall down and flatten you on the skull bags. Ouch. And then, like I said, if they do sort of flail away like that, put them closer just to make things easier for you. But you're going to keep repeating this process for just a minute or so until you get the Battery of Batteries achievement. So you need to take a picture of, it's 2, then 4, then 8, then 16, and then finally it'll be 32. So make sure you get all of the batteries in your photo. There she blows then, Chief Wiggum. Once you've got the achievement there, you can now teleport your way through. So that should have taken up all of your 5 photos that you had available. Again, if it didn't work for whatever reason, you could just obviously rewind it, or we can replay the chapters after the levels after the game. So through to the next one, take a picture of the building or whatever it is directly in front of us. And then if we get the photo, turn it around so we got the floor. So it's basically more or less the right way up. So we've got the floor that we can walk on. Heading around. And then take a picture of the teleport motion machine. And then spin that around with the photo. Again, pressing left or right in the D-pad. And then teleport your way out of your mum's, nan's, Bob's uncle. Right, so for the next one then, what we're going to do here is we're going to get another miscellaneous achievement as well. But look to the building sort of thing on the right where the teleportation machine is. or what looks like the teleportation machine. It's not, but it's the other thing. Turn directly around, and then where the actual teleportation machine is, we're going to make like a little gap bridge for us. Now again, sometimes you may need to move in a little bit closer, but what we need is the top there. So the top of the photo is effectively what we're going to use to gap ourselves across. We can pick up the next picture, and then what we'll do, this is the achievement, so we'll place the picture anywhere, and then go ahead. If you look to the right and sort of take a picture of, well, effectively nothing, more or less. So take a picture of effectively nothing, get that photo, place it about halfway across the bridge, place it, so left trigger, and then obviously right trigger to place it across the bridge. That'll cut that, giving us the Nope Bridge achievement. Right, so we're going to restart the level now. It's just going to be a lot easier just to restart the damn thing. So, first up, if we go to the right, and then this time, oh, let me just have a look. Yeah, we're going to take a picture of the, what looks like the sort of trees, the flower planters, as it were, or whatever it is right there. Then we can put that again across the same gap that we just went through, or just went over previous to get the previous achievement. Again, that should be enough of a gap. Again, if it's not, press the B button to rewind until you get it right. And then teleport your way through again. So this next level, we're going to get 3 different achievements for basically hurting these vacuum robots. So we are we need to create an army of them, and that is by just... So every photo we take, again, just like the previous one with the batteries, every photo we take, we're going to place it down. And then we're going to take a photo of the 2. And then we're going to try and take a photo of the 4. And then we're going to try and take a photo of... So it's just going to double every time. Sometimes they do have a wandering mind of their own. And they will sort of go anywhere. So again, sometimes it's just easier to rewind. Didn't want it to go on his head. Is what I didn't. But the other 2 achievements then are for slicing a Dustin in half. And for one falling off. Now you'll probably more or less... You'll get these pretty much... just as natural progression right here. So again, once you have placed the photo down, head back and then try and take a photo again if you can of as many of them as you can. As you can see there by Yellow Boy, it's not always possible. And that's why... Why are you so stupid? They're like flies, aren't they, in the bloody summer? Oh, what the hell? They're like, oh, look at that. There's a nice big outside world right there. Oh, you know what? I'll just fly straight into the window instead. Yeah, okay, well done. Well done, Fly for Brains. Right, so again, once you have taken as many photos as you can of this Dustin, you're just going to basically just keep on going until we run out. But that'll be the first one. Now, again, one may fall off on his own. There'll be plenty of gaps. If he hasn't fallen off yet, just try and place one. I think you should be able to place one. And he'll sort of fall off by himself by a gap. But don't count me on that. I'm not quite sure. Mine just fell off by itself. Also, I got one for slicing one in half. Now, obviously you didn't see it on screen. Nor did you see him falling off. But if you need one, go ahead and just take a picture of basically this wall here. And then once you've... Oh, there we go. That's where he got sliced. So if you go ahead and take a picture of the wall. Just like we've done with the Nope Bridge achievement. You're effectively just going to place that next to a Dustin, or on a Dustin, slicing him in half, and that should get you 3 achievements. So you should have You Monster, Dustinvasion, and Dustin More Like Dust Off achievements. That's 3 we should have got there. Once that is done, of course, we will just go ahead and restart the level.
I've been waiting for you.
And then if we just head up the steps, we're going to take a photo of the teleportation machine, and then head straight back down. Go to that same corner where we just started and have a look at these steps more or less right in front of us. And we're just going to put the teleportation machine effectively to the top right there so we can just get up these steps and get the job done. So, 2 things we're going to get here. A Mahjong Tile. So to the right of us, we're going to pick up the picture. The picture, what looks like a little level of an old retro 2D Metroidvania game or something. Drop down, and then if we look to the right, again, I love all this. This stuff is absolutely so damn clever. I really, really did enjoy it. But now we're going to restart the level and complete the level within 10 seconds in order to get the Speed Demon achievement. So, look directly up, take a photo of the machine, take the photo, place it down directly in front of you, drop down, press the X button. That should be less than 10 seconds. Speed Demon done. Again, if it doesn't work, you'll just have to quit out and then retry. Obviously, like I said, you can retry that level whenever you want. But head to the right as we come up to head down in order to pick up this picture, the one on the right, which kind of looks like a arrow. And then what we're going to do, we're going to place this particular picture. We're going to get a couple of achievements here as well. So we're going to take, I think you only have to take 4 photos. Obviously, left trigger, right trigger, obviously you know that by now. But we'll take a photo of the first one there, and then we're going to jump ourselves across. For whatever reason, I couldn't get it to where there wasn't much of a gap. So press up on the D-pad to change, obviously, to your camera again. I think only 3 are needed, but you can take 4 and 5 if you want. Here I got the Amateur Photographer achievement as well. You might have already got it. You might get it a little bit later on. And then go ahead and actually pick it up itself. Now what you can do, obviously, is just jump straight across. That gives us a big jumping power-up. But what we need to do is get more. So what we're going to do... let's just jump up, grab the battery. There we go. If it'll work. There she blurs. Excuse me. There she blurs, Mrs. Mars. So pop the battery anyway, sort of just put it over to the left. That is fine. And then what we're going to do, we're going to place all 4... Now, don't do this where I just done it. I literally just blocked the entrance, which we need to go back that way. But it really doesn't matter. Again, you could just rewind to get the photos back anyway. So what you're going to do then is just go ahead and take all of these. So you're going to place all of the pictures that you took down. And it was only 3 that we needed, but that will get us the low orbit achievement for collecting many power-ups. Now, obviously, we're going to take a photo of the battery now as well. So we've got basically 2. Now, obviously, what was annoying about that is, like I said earlier, I blocked the entrance like an absolute noob tube. So, obviously, what I need to do then is just rewind and erase the pictures until I get the entrance back. Again, we should have the achievements. That's all we've done that for, was achievements, nothing else. So go ahead, grab the battery, take it back to the entrance. Oh, sorry, I'd say entrance, exit, wherever we started, whatever you want. Drop that down. Now we can take a picture of the battery again. And then with this picture of the battery, we will put that more or less just sort of halfway above the, sort of in between the metal fence right there. The reason we're going to do that is obviously so we can get to the other side. You should have the jump ability, as I said. So, again, rewind it if you found that you couldn't get over the metal gate, as it were. If you didn't, then, well, it doesn't matter, because we can just, like I said, just rewind it, drop down, everyone's good. So throw that battery off, jump back, grab the other battery to end this part of the chapter. So, with that done then, if we head to the behind us. Head up the steps. And into the next area. Hello, Cait. Teleport to the next level area. Alright then, so what we'll do from here, we'll take a picture straight away of the archway on our right. There we go. Take a picture of that. Put the picture in the metal gate or the metal fence, so we can just go to the left, head through, make a little pathway for us. And then, ignoring the teleportation machine, head straight down the steps. And first of all, we're going to pick up a couple of bits of films. They will be useful. And next up, we're going to pick up the birthday cards. Now, you're going to need to do this without a roof. So we're basically just going to head back up the steps. What we're going to do is place the photo down, or the card down. And then once that's done, the balloons will start floating up. So you will need to just hitch one or stand on top of a balloon until you get the achievement called Hitching A Ride. Sometimes the angle may be a bit awkward, so you may have to rewind a few times as you just seen. But once you've done that, just keep going up and up and up and up and up, higher than Snoop Dogg, until the achievement unlocks. And there we go then. So once it does finally unlock, annoyingly, I picked the slowest one. Because of course I would. Should have chosen blue. Blue dabba-dee-dabba-die. Never go wrong with blue. So all we got to do then is take a picture of the teleporter motion machine. And then just pop that down. Zip it to rotate it. And then head through. Okay, lovingly. Right, next up, if we head directly to our left, so it's up and straight left, you can see the Mahjong Tile. That'll be number 3 out of 4. Turn around, take a picture of the sort of archways again, the tall archways, the one with the battery in it. But make sure that you've got, as you can see there, enough of the floor as well, which gives us a bit of a bridge. So now we can obviously climb, well not climb, but we can actually just jump ahead. We can pick up the one battery. And we'll pop this one down. I'm going to pop this down. Oh, no, we need to pop it the other side. So we need to basically take the 2 batteries, put them on the teleport motion machine pad, and then Bob's your mother's uncle. Ah, god damn it.
Celion was always against the camera. He often complained that it got in the way of his work. I was always confused by that. Araya used to tell me that breaking things was a part of learning.
So into the next level then, head to the right, where we're going to find the battery, pick it up, and put it, if we go across to the opposite side, so where the teleporter is, just place the battery there. Now you need to get a photo of all of these things in, so the battery, the teleportation machine, and the other little thing as well. Turn that around, so put the picture down, turn it around, and then we can grab the real battery. Of course, try not to slice it in half, as always. Pick up the 2 batteries and end it. Just end it. Okay, there we go. And then we end up back in the hubbish world. So turn directly around. You can see the Mahjong tiles there. So just next to the table, we're going to get the next level going. And if we pull the lever... And then again, take a photo. Now, what we need is to get all of them in. We don't have enough space to do that, so we need to go around. So basically, around the back. Take a photo through this hole. Now, if we can, try and get as close as you can to it as possible. So take a photo so that everything is in there, the lever and the teleportation machine. Get the picture out. Put it so the teleportation machine is on the ground. And then that is that. Job done. Alright, next one. We're going to get the Mahjong Tile. So straight down and then up and around on the filing cabinet. Filing cabinet, but this big drawer, whatever the hell you call it, I keep forgetting. But that's Mahjong Tile number 4. Pull the lever as we go back to the entrancey area. And then what we're going to do, we are going to, if we just spin it around, we're going to take a photo. So again, try and get us back as far as you can. Make sure that the lever and the teleporter is in view of your photo. Then just place it down, drop down, and teleport your way through to the next area. Okay, so from here, turn around. And on the other side, again, just answer the phone because the ringing is annoying for your ear holes. Take a picture of where we first started. The deeper you go, the more you know, as it were, or something. So put the photo, so what we're going to do then, if we look, as you can see there on the left, you can see that the lever is up above. So you need to put the photo down just enough so that we can, if we have a look, you can then take a photo of the lever. We need to take a photo of the lever again and the teleport machine. So so for me there, you probably could have done that a lot tidier and a lot easier than I just done. But once you do have the lever in shot with the teleportation machine, just put the photo down, jump straight in, pull the lever, and end that level. So yeah, I've done that quite messy. You will probably do that a lot cleaner than I could, but never mind. So, jump directly down. So look to the left and down, jump down, pull the lever. And then if we turn around, you can see the photo. We're actually going to pick this photo up. Have a look at yeah, so basically just next to the lever there, we are going to place the photo down. Or we're going to jump off the edge, sorry. So we're going to jump off the edge and then place the photo, pressing the left trigger, of course, and then dropping down. And then we can actually take a photo of the above, the lever, and the teleportation machine. Again, drop straight down, put the photo down, drop straight down, where we can finish the level. So again, these levels, although very short, because obviously we know what we're doing, if we turn directly around there and then head around the building, the levels are short, but some of these do make you think, and you really do have to think if you're trying to do this on your own. And that is pretty damn awesome. Right, so first of all then, head to the left. And we can find the next Mahjong Tile. This should be 5 out of 7 now. So 5 out of 7 done. Head back to where the pressure plate is. So this is a new mechanic as well, a pressure plate. Obviously, that gives us a timer we can use, but we can't obviously... so obviously, as you can see there, once you step off, the timer counts down. We only have a certain amount of time to get there. But take a picture of the mountain on the left. Now, and then we just need to open up the gate. So we need to place the photo, put it in the gate so we get enough time there. So stand on the pressure plate and then go ahead, jump straight in front of you. Now, there are achievements which we can get called Impeccable Timing. We'll get those in just a little bit though. And I'll explain more when we get there. But for now, just head straight down, pull the lever. Take a photo of the timer and the teleportation machine. Obviously, once you've done that, that means we can then drop straight down. Now, this is the first level you can get the Impeccable Timing achievement. You can try it a few times, but it's better to be too slow than it is too fast. So you can just drop down. You've got to get it until the timer is literally on 1. So once the timer is down to 1, and then you can teleport through, that'll get you the Impeccable Timing achievement. Now, I tried to restart the level and exit the level, but there's a few opportunities left to do this, so don't panic about that. So, if you don't get it yet, don't worry. But pick up the blueprints, and then place all 3 of the blueprints basically sort of directly in front of us there, so it's not in the way of the level. But place them all up until all of the Dustins get out. This will give us the Liberate The Dustins achievement. But yeah, so every time that we're going to try and finish the level, we're going to try and finish the level where the timer is down to 1. Again, you can literally come back and replay any level at any point anyway. So it doesn't matter if you don't get it. But if we turn around, we're going to take a picture of the top of the gondola, I think it's called. Whatever it is anyway. And then we're going to make it into a bit of a ramp. So again, trying to cut off the teleportation machine. If you do, it doesn't matter. Again, we can just literally restart the level. The only particular reason that we're doing this is to get the Mahjong Tile. So once you've got the ramp tidy, again, it may take a few attempts there to get it right. Have a look on the table in order to pick up the picture. Drop straight down again, and then just sort of have a look off the edge, and then we can just drop straight down into it. So we're going to get another Mahjong Tile and another miscellaneous achievement. So jump straight down. If we head to the... so, see the waterfall? Go to the left of that. Go into the little cave area. Open up the chest. Pick up the films and pick up the Mahjong Tile. It should be 6 out of 7. And then also, if we go behind the waterfall, that is going to get us the achievement called There's Something I Can Get Behind. Zeb Brannigan at your service. But yeah, there you go. Cat. Petrified looking cat. Happy days. Nice. It's what we like. So obviously once we've got that achievement, we can go ahead and just restart the level. Take a picture of obviously the teleportation machine. Make sure everything is in line. And then spin that around so the teleportation machine is up above us. So then we can stand actually on the pressure plate itself. And then take another photo of the timer and the teleport machine. And then looking off to the gap. Put it in. And again, this is another opportunity to get the Impeccable Timing achievement. So wait until the count is down to 1. And then again, hopefully you've got it. If not, we can try again. Don't panic. Right, so take a photo once again of the timer. So stand on the pressure plate. Take a picture of the timer and the teleportation machine. Smash it down. Again, another opportunity here. So just keep on waiting until the very last second if you can. Like I said, it's better to be too slow than too fast, because if it's too slow, you can rewind and try again. Head to the left in the next area, pick up the Stonehenge photo. We're going to get the final Mahjong tile here. Now again, if you can't get through, just walk forward a little bit more so you give yourself a little bit of a gap. Like so. Stonehenge. I used to live by Stonehenge. Fun fact about me, when I was a little kid. Also, when I was a little kid, I walked into a tree, but I suppose we all done that. Anyway, climb up onto the Stonehenge pieces to grab the final Mahjong tile and the picking up the pieces achievement. Now this level is where I'm going to get the Impeccable Timing achievement. So go ahead, take a photo off to the left of Stonehenge. Yeah, it's all good. We don't need to worry about that. Oh, in fact, there we go. We just rewind it. Obviously, we need to do that. Stand on the pressure plate. Take a photo. Not with the Stonehenge, but take a photo with the camera. And again, like I said, this is where I'm going to get the Impeccable Timing achievement. So we'll just drop down. Because it's quite close to me, I was able to look and sort of figure out when I was going to get onto the last one. So again, hopefully you will be able to get the... This is one of the trickiest achievements in the game, but once you've got it, hopefully we're all good. Otherwise, we will just need to revisit the levels a little bit later on. But yeah, so the next couple of levels, as we head to the right and up the steps, it's basically going to be illusion levels, and these are fun. These are genuinely very fun, and I enjoy doing these quite a lot, in all fairness. So we're just going to head straight forward. Now, what you're going to see is basically, it's going to start melting. So we're going to try and go up the stairs, and it's an illusion. It's all going to start melting. So what we need to do is head back the way we came. There we go. Turn to the right. Right again, of course, so we can head up the steps. We're going to drop down. So we need to turn around, go to the right, and then head to the right again, where you can see the gate will open up for us, or the metal fence or whatever. That'll get us through to the next levels. Like I said, these were a lot of fun to do and to figure out. I enjoyed this a lot. Very, very clever stuff. Anyway, head to the right, and I have to do this in a specific way. So what we'll do is head to the right around the first pillar, then go immediately left, so we go basically straight through the center, then right, and then right again, so you're going through the middle and the center of it again, and that will create a bridge for us. Again, if you do it any other way, that bridge won't appear, so you've got to do it correct, amundo, mother, robundo. Right, next one. Go to the right. Don't go towards the battery, because that will actually just fall to its melting self. You need to head to the left, and then left again. Where, if we can then head to the left again, we can go through the wall, take a picture with the viewfinder, and grab that picture. Do it again, so we have two pictures of the batteries. And then, again, if you want to, you can walk towards the batteries to see it melt. Otherwise, we'll head back to the right and around. And then stand on the pad, get the both batteries to fall out of the photos, and that's job done. Boink. Straight on your badoinky doink. Get the hell out of your oinky oink. And that will be all of the illusion levels then. That's job done. So we can just drop down now. Drop down, drop down. Dropping all the way down, and we are done now with Chapter 3. So, hey, that was a bunch of fun, wasn't it? But that is Chapter 3 done. We are now on to Chapter 4, where the difficulties do seem to spike a bit in these final two chapters. But, you know, all part of the fun. It's what we like.
Workspace awaits. She's rather special. The one who started all of this, with good intentions, no less. She even made me. And for that, I will always be thankful.
So in this particular level, we're going to be grabbing planet collectibles. And it's all going to be fun with some new features and new mechanics. First up, though, we'll head straight in through to the Hosentrosen. And take your first, well, look at the one on the first right. And it's Sunny Beach Bombay, bad boy, pot noodle. Anyway, head straight up. And here's our first planet there, Mars, straight in front of us. Job done. So head back down. And then here's the new mechanic of the game. So if we take a picture of the blue battery, so basically our camera doesn't show metal or blue. As you can see, it turns into absolutely nothing muffin. So let's just rewind this so we can get all 5 camera pictures back. So obviously we have to think outside the box slightly. So just take a picture of the camera, of the battery. And then we don't have the battery, but we can make... So if we put it sort of in between so we can get a little bit of gap going towards the end, then we can pick up the blue battery and head around. Again, it's just a case of getting the picture just right so we can jump around, picking up the battery, dropping that one down, and then we can go ahead, pick up the other battery, take it back, teleport your way through.
You figured it out! Mirren would have been impressed.
Okay then, so nextly up, if we... Well, it's all starting to kick off. It's all starting to go really weird. But if we head backwards, heading down, interact with the square illusion. We haven't done this for a little while, but we're going to interact with that. We're going to pick up the big, giant Rubik's Cube. And then if we take it back to where we started, so bring it right about here, so to the right, so we can jump up on this gap, pick up the photo of some clouds, and then with that photo of clouds, we're going to make a path for us directly in front of us where we just drop the Rubik's Cube. That'll open up the way, interact with the film. So now we have an actual film that we can use. Make sure it's a good one. So head around to the left to find this little desk where we can take a picture of the teleportation machine. And then it's as simply as putting the teleportation machine picture down.
There it is.
Again,
Brilliant work.
if obviously that happens, rewind. And then do it where there's no metal. So you can actually just jump straight down into it. Nice. Nice. Good job. Good job, dude. Right. So for this next one, if we head to the right and then head down the steps. Oh, there is going to be a phone that we're going to just answer there to the right again. Just because it's annoying. Head through this little gap ways in order to get into this red room. Pick up another photo. And then from here, we can, if we head... Ah, there we go. Looking for the steps to get back up to our starting point once more. Then if we interact with this little... So put the picture down and do it across the gap. So we should have enough of a gap right there to jump over. That'll get us the next photo to pick up. Jump across the gap. Head to the left again. And then if you look to the right, so in between the gap where Cait is just chilling, what you're going to do then is put the put the pictures, so if you can put them and make them in between the gaps to make a bridge for yourself. Sorry, that's what I'm trying to get at right there. Again, like I said, rewind if you have too much of a gap, but you should be able to pick up the film, jump your way, make sure to take a picture then of the bridge, the previous bridge you put down. That'll be able for us to jump across. And then teleport our way out of here once again. And then to the left, teleportation machine in order to telepornominate your way through. So, go backwards on yourself. And then take a photo of the red battery. Of course, all we will get is the photo of the battery itself, not the metal. Nice. And then take another photo of the battery. So, we get 2 pictures of the red battery. So... have a look at the cage. We are going to drop that one in and then do the same with the other one. So again, another new mechanic there where we can actually... I mean, we're bending the puzzles of time anyway, but extra. Okay, so for this one then, we're going to head to the right and up the steps. Where we are actually going to find another painting. Now we're going to put this painting down, so just drop it straight down. We're always going to end up in the red room anyway, so follow my directions to get the next Neptune planet. So go ahead, go into the yellow room, and then right. And then from here, turn right, so it's the light pink blue room or whatever it is. where we can find a film and pick up the Neptune Planet. So that's 2 out of 9. We are obviously going to restart the level because, you know, tain't going to work. We ain't going to get out of there unless somebody screams, and it just doesn't work. Okay, so from here then, what we're going to do is take a little peculiar photo. Just get my bearings. There it is. So we're going to take a photo of the teleportation machine and the pad. Just make sure that everything is in. Then we're going to place it just in between the gap. Right about there. So the blue battery will fall down. Grab the battery. Put it on. Job done.
I was wondering how you would tackle this.
Into the next one. Right. So, sorry about the edit, but if you look directly to your left, you take a picture. And then place that picture. Oh, well, try again anyway. So, yeah. So, once you start, look immediately to your left to grab the picture. And then place it down anywhere where there's a gap. So, we can just jump straight across to pull the lever and interact with the teleportation machine. Okay, now we're going to get the next planet. It's going to be Pluto. So, if we look directly behind us, go down into this little chill zone. This little relaxo rancho zone. There we go. Pick up the green planet. It looked green anyway from my terrible eyesight. And then from here, take a picture again. Make sure that the teleportation machine and the landing pad is in frame. Go ahead, take that photo next to the cage. Now, if you do it sort of... What we need to do is put it in such a way where the battery actually lands on it. Now, you may need to do this a few times with the rewind button. But if you do it to the sort of to the left of the cage and a bit farther away, so don't go too close to it, sort of back yourself up and to the left of it, and then that should work fine. As long as you got a gap, you can teleport your way out of here as well. And that is the end of those levels. So now we're going to head to the left and then up the steps. And we're going to get Venus. So it's going to be Venus Planet 4 out of 9 in this one. So from here, turn directly to your left. This one's actually nice and easy. It's literally right there. And then we don't have anything to do for a few minutes other than take a picture and finish the level. So take a photo there of the red battery. Of course, we only get a picture of the battery itself. So duplicate that. So take a photo right next, just next. Again, making sure not to cut off the... sorry, not the battery, but the film. So don't cut off the film. But there we go, pick up the 2 pieces of film. Then we are going to take a picture of the teleportation machine and the battery. Of course, without the metal cage this time. Look up, and the 2 batteries shall fall. So then we can grab the 2 batteries. But we need... So if we grab... Where did I put the other one? Ah, there it is. So once you have grabbed both of the batteries, put them sort of close together. And then make sure to take a photo of all 4 of them this time. And then again, do the same thing. Look up to the sky. All 4 should then drop down. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. And anyway, just pop all 4 on the landing pad and then get out of here. Okay, so from here, turn your left. There's the next level. Okay, so we're going to have a new feature coming up very soon. And this one, you need music next to it in order for it to work. So if we head to around all the way to the right, take a picture of the radio. You don't have to have the other thing, so just take a picture of just the radio. And then if we head over to the one at the beginning, or sort of where we got the one at the beginning of the level, you can actually pop the picture down, place the radio so it is next to it. Again, I've cut it in half right here. So again, make sure that it is not cut in half, obviously, for obvious reasons. There we go. That works, doesn't it? So there we go. Pop the radio down. And then again, what we're going to need to do is take a picture of the radio in just a minute. First of all, though, if we head around, you can see this big gap. If you stand sort of... take a photo of the lamppost. Make sure not to get the other thing in it. The sort of... the other speaker or whatever it's called. But if you stand sort of far enough away from it, you should be able to make a bit more of a platform for yourself. But you need to make the platform and get close enough to the speaker on the wall in order to put the radio down. So once you have figured that out, again, this took about 5 minutes of trying to figure it out. Take another photo of the radio, place it down. So place it sort of wherever so you can actually pick up the radio. And hopefully you should be able to place it just close enough for it to work. And then we can have a look at the optical illusion. The optical illusion is, of course, the Tanamanushana machine. Now I'm just making words up now. The teleportation machine. Of course, of course. Right, so this is another fun achievement. Fun achievement coming up. Head through, straight through to the gap. We're going to take a picture of the old or we're going to pick up the painting of the old famous Scream photo. So there's one. Take a photo of that Scream photo. And then place it just to the right of it. Take a photo of that one. And then place that to the right of it. Then take a photo of that one. And place it to the right of it. And then keep doing that until we get the Scream Orchestra achievement. So it should unlock now, actually. I would try and get as Irish as I can, but my throat screams no, but my brain screams yes. Right, restart the level, pull the lever, take a photo of the lever with the speaker. Yes, Mr. Speaker, it's the lever. Then put the lever and the speaker next to the other little speaker there on the ground. And that should actually start that up going. That'll in order for us to get through to the next area. So head to the left from here in order to answer the annoyingness of the phone call. Then pick up the photo. Again, it is a photo of a speaker. Pull the lever. Excuse me. And then place it just close enough to it as possible. And then if you take a photo of the one that we just took a photo of, and then again place that as sort of as close as you can to it. Try not to leave as many gaps on the side once you do take the photo. So try and get it as tight as you possibly can. Doit like a tiger. And there we go. So once you've done that, I got lucky with that one. You may need to walk forward a little bit if it doesn't work, but that's all you got to do is just connect them all up, and that is job done. Next up, we're going to grab the Jupiter planet. So if we head through to the left, pick up this old photo, drop it straight down so we can just drop straight down, and if we look up, grab the castle, this little castle icon, place that wherever, and then go straight through into the castle. And then on your left, chilling nicely, is planet number 5 out of 9, Jupiter. Now, again, these little collectibles are so well hidden. It's like you have to go really out of your way and think outside the box to find them. It's really, really clever. It's why I enjoyed this game. Anyway, if we take a photo of the pressure plate and the speaker, first of all, from behind the pressure plate, from behind the speaker, sorry, and then put this pressure plate and speaker sort of, more or less, sort of in the middle. So the photo of it, put it in the middle. Then you should be able to stand on the pressure plate, the copied, and then that should give you then enough time in order to quickly go over to teleport your way through. Okay, next up, head straight and then to the left. What you're going to find is another photo of some more speakers. Yes, Mr. Speaker, I am a nibbler. Nibbler. And then what we're going to do with this one, then we're going to place this just up above the speaker here. So it's more or less, you know, as close as you possibly can. So once you've done that, take a photo of the timer on the speaker. I call it a speaker. It's probably not a speaker, but you know what I mean. So with that picture, go all the way over to the teleport no motion machine. Pop this one down. And then, oh, there we go. So you just have enough time then. So put it next to the speaker. Gives you enough time to teleport your way through. We're going to get another planet and another achievement now. So pick up the photo off the ground. Place that sort of wherever. Pick the green off the draw pad and draw whatever you want with it. You will get the green is not a creative color. So if your favorite is green, I got some bad news for you, homies. You're not creative. But I love you anyway. And that's all that matters, right? So go directly in front of us to pick up the next planet. The next planet is Saturn. Pick up the photo off the table. Once you've got that, it should be the photo of the teleporter motion machine. Use the photocopier. How many times do you think we're going to use this? We're going to use it again. So we're going to have 3 lovely, distinctive copies. The first one, we are going to turn it around so that the pressure plate is on the where is it? On the top. So the pressure plate is on the top. Jump in. Obviously, don't fall. Just jump in. And then if we look it over to the right, so you're not cutting off the speaker or the pipes or anything, do it so that the pressure plate is on the bottom and that the speakers, as you can see there, are sort of next to each other. And then if we turn it around and sort of, where are we going to sort of head it? So if we look around and then sort of, so past the last sort of speaker right there. So we'll just leave it right there, as long as we haven't cut anything off. So once you've got that, stand on the pressure plate. That should get everything going. Once it has unlocked, oh, it didn't stand on it quick enough. It's long enough. Once the teleportation machine has unlocked, oh, would you look at that? Oh, it's because I cut the bloody thing off, man. That's why it wasn't working. I'm sorry. I cut the speaker off. That's why it wasn't working. If you don't have enough time, like I said, just bring it forward. There we go. So you need the 2 speakers to be... I do apologize about that. That's why it wasn't working. The 2 speakers need to be close to each other. So again, if the 2 speakers were next to each other, just, you know, bring it back a little bit. And then you should be good to go, as you can see. So next up then, just head around this area in order to interact with the next optional challenge. Again, another fun one. I literally didn't have a bad time with any of these levels. So what we're going to do then, we're going to take a photo. If we just go slightly to the left and have a look at slightly to the right, we are going to take a photo of the bridge. And then what we need to do is put this bridge in such a way that we can just hop from one to the other. Now, for some reason it confused me for a few minutes, but what you need to do is place it so, there we go, it looks like that. So that they're not directly next to each other. And then all we've got to do is just hop like a crazy frog. Everybody remembers the crazy frog because it drove everyone crazy, hence the name. But just get straight through the teleportation machine, job done. 1 minute, hour and 22. God, we're going so good. Right, head outside of the building and go into the next optional challenge. We're going to get the next Earth planet right now. Planet Earth. So we're just going to go left, drop straight down onto this little wooden platform beam. And then if we look directly to our right, there it is. Earth. Planet Earth. It's my favorite. And there we go. Restart the level. Pick up the photo off the table and use it on L photocopier. So we have 2, we have 3, and we're going to have 4 photos. And we're going to have 5 photos. There is obviously a reason for our madness, but we're going to do it. You don't need 5, but it's just in case. So with this first photo here, make it so it looks like a number 4, but it's the staircase. So have it looking like the number 4 is pointing to the left. And then grab the next battery. And then, so what we're doing is basically creating a... we're creating something for the battery to fall down. So we can actually grab it. So if it doesn't fall down, we should be good to go and pick that battery up. This one is slightly a lot more confusing in all fairness. Grab another photo. Again, make sure so that the picture is now upside down. So the number 4, what it looks like, the staircase is upside down. Give yourself a little bit of a gap there to the battery on your left as well. So we can go ahead and pick that up. Again, slightly confusing. I'm trying my best to explain right here what we're doing. But you can see, so grab another photo. You can see the teleportation machine as well. So just pop that one down as it was. So no need to rotate it. Grab the battery, jump down, and that should be able to give you just enough of a gap in order to get through. If not, obviously you just need to align the photo a little bit better, like I didn't. So yeah, so apologies about this one. This one is quite confusing. This one took me a while to figure out, in all fairness, how to do it properly. It's a bit of a mess, but we got there in the end. So hopefully hopefully I sort of explained that well enough. Yeah. Anyway, onwards and upwards once we have finished that. Go into the next optional challenge now, where we are going to find, in fact, we're not just yet, but if we take a photo of the opposite side, again, make sure that there is a nice sort of gap for us in between. Make sure then that we're going to break out some of the metal. So give yourself a nice bit of space there so we can get through to the other side. Pick up the battery. And then we are going to place it just here, just underneath the teleportation machine. And then if we spin it around to the left and go up, we're going to find the next planet, which was Mercury right there. So make sure to grab Mercury. And then take a picture of the battery. Make sure everything's included, the teleportation machine, the pad, and the battery itself. Then we can go ahead and pick up the battery. Jump back across to the other side. Drop the battery down. Put the picture, rotate it. Of course, the teleportation machine is making sure to give yourself a nice little gap so we can actually jump onto it and through to it. Pick up the other battery. Don't forget that, of course. And then pop the two down and get out of here, boys. In fact, is there a third one? There was a third one which we need. That's why we built the bridge. That's why we got the gap down to nothing. There we go. Teleport your way out of right. Yeah. Right. So, straight through into the room in order to find this next level. And this one, again, a whole bunch of fun. Very filtery, this one. We're going through different filters in a bit right now. So, what we're going to do, we're going to go straight through to a black and white filter. And this messes with your eyes, but boy, is this fun. So, we are going to head through to the left. You can see a whole bunch of doors. There's 4 doors. We are going to go to the one in the sort of top left-hand corner, the second door, if you will. So, go through this door. Go back the way you came to pick up the blue battery. Don't ask me to name colours because my eyes are about as useful as a broken nose. And then go through that same second door, the one with the black and white filter in it. And then just go around. Don't go through any of the other filtered doors. Just bring the battery all the way back around. Drop it on the pad and get out of there. Lovely stuff. Head to the left and you can cross the bridge. Nay panicky bothering about that. But go straight through to the filter, the black and white filter. Drop down, or sort of jump down as it were, to the other side. Head right. And ignoring that filtered door, just excuse me, heading up the steps. Oh my god. And then pulling the lever at the very end right here. And then we can just jump straight back down the steps the way we came. Now we can go through the green filter. It looks green. It's breaking my eyeballs. Heading back up the steps, so the way we came. To pull the lever. Then just go straight across the bridge. Going through the next filtered door. And then going across the bridge again. And that will open up the way for us. So again, you have to do that in a very specific way. But it is very confusing. But again, enjoyable enough. Right, let's go and get the last achievement now. Drop down. Sort of head down to the left and then up around. It's not the last achievement. The last collectible for the level. Sorry. And then right on this table. Here it is. Of course, we're leaving the best one for last. It's Uranus. Now, we don't want to see Uranus, but, well, we've got Uranus. Do you want to sniff Uranus? I don't think so either. Anyway, enough of Uranus jokes. Uranus is fine. So, anyway, heading back into the middle room. Again, this is another very specific way that you've got to do this. So, first of all, head through to the black and white filtered door. And then sort of back your way up. And let's just figure out where I am. We need to go through the red door. Now is what we actually need to do. So head through to the red door, which should be behind us. There it is. So red door. Again, you have to do this in a very specific way. Head through to the next blue door. Blue or purple or whatever the hell, I don't know. And then again, just go back on yourself in order to find the pressure plate. Now, once you have gone onto the pressure plate, now you have enough time in order to just run straight through and quickly teleport your way out of here. Again, doing that is the only way that you can complete that level. That's the only way that gives you enough time. And you should have your fill shoutout. Right, so just follow left and right. And it's basically, again, there's only one sort of linear path we can go through to get through to the other side here. There's a lever we're going to pull and then go up through to the door, since the cannon tain't going to work.
It didn't work. It never worked. It wasn't supposed to.
So if we just head our way in, we can just basically go straight through into the teleportation machine. Sorry, my English ain't Englishing, as always. That's right, Cait. Just don't do it again. Right, head into the next optional challenge. And we are going to get this again. This was a fun one. We're going to pick up the watermelon, and we're going to go through to the right here, drop it down. We're going to get another achievement called Michelangelo. And what you have to do then is, just leave the watermelon there, but go to the viewfinder, and we're going to take, at the very least, 3 photos. So, 3 photos. And then what we're going to do, we are just going to use the photos to slice the watermelon slightly. So, a bit on the left, a little bit on the right. Oh, no, see, I messed that up. And then a little bit off the top is what you need to do. So a little bit off the left, a little bit off the right, a little bit off the top. And that should give you the Michelangelo achievement, plus obviously a half sliced watermelon. Then what we're supposed to do is grab this watermelon, and what you need to do is make sure that it rolls a little bit, but doesn't go too far. That's why we need to slice the top off so it stays there. Then when we take another picture with the viewfinder, you should have the watermelon in view. The first time I done it, I only had half the watermelon in view as we take 3 photos here, and it didn't work, so I couldn't actually finish the level, so I had to restart it. But you need to pick up the watermelon again. Now, you don't have to be incredibly perfect with the weight and everything, but you do need to drop these watermelons out of the sky. Because I only took a picture of half the watermelons, it wasn't heavy enough. But once you put enough weight down, that is good to go, and you can do that. And that will actually also be the last optional level. I didn't realize they were optional. That's all good. Then we can head out into the pouring rain and just drop straight down. And now we are going to finish off Chapter 5 in roughly about 20 minutes now. So, it's coming to an end. The road straight and narrow, etc., etc. Like I said, I do apologise if I have been quite quick with this guide. Obviously, you can always slow down the YouTube video. And then my voice might sound like this. That's slow, and I don't know what that last bit was, but you know what I mean. Slow the video down if you need it. So we should have got the end of the line achievement, plus of course the start of Chapter 5. Oh, there's the end of the line achievement. So up the steps we go. We're in a bit of a broken part of the world now, unfortunately. So head to the left to start the first level. Again, obviously, no more optional levels. New features though, very mental new features as it were. So head straight and then left, of course. And then what we're going to do is take a picture of the viewfinder. Pick up the photo, and then we are going to use this photo. So we just head back the way we came to the start entrance. We're going to use it on the sort of trees just there, just on the tree, so it gives us a bit of a nice gap in order to pick the next viewfinder. Now what you need to do is quickly run around. We're going to take a selfie actually. So run around and make sure to stand in front of the camera, and that'll give you a selfie. Unfortunately, you can't make any wacky faces or anything like that. You are just a literal shadow, is more or less what that is. As you can see there. We're going to need to pick up that photo, go it around. And now what we can do is actually, if we go close to the cage with the photo, you will actually transport yourself in here. That is mental stuff. But this is going to be a bit of a prominent feature from now until the end of the game. So hopefully it doesn't get too confusing. So, first things first here. go down to the left-hand side, answer the annoying less telephone, pick up the barcode. We're going to get another achievement here. And again, it's just another optical illusion of how fantastic some of these puzzles really, really are. We're going to jump into the barcode to get the bark... what was it? The barcode achievement. So there we go. Again, very, 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 very innovative and very well thought of these puzzles were. Anyway, go get yourself another selfie. So crack on with the viewfinder. Make sure that you are in the picture. Again, if not, just rewind until you are. So you should be in the picture with that and the lever. Take another one so that you will have 2 photos of you and the lever. Ta-da! And then make sure to put the photo in so you can get transported into, but you need it with the... in fact, I don't think you need it actually. But just make sure you're close enough to the cage in order to get in. Oh, see, no, I messed that up there. So you just need to actually be able to get in. And then you can just go ahead and pull the lever. So the real life lever. And then that should be good. And then obviously with the other photo, just make sure to get yourself out. And then we can just teleport our way through once again. Okay, next one. If we head to the right there to find the next viewfinder, make sure to get a selfie. So stand quite close to it. You don't want to be too far away. Not that it makes too much of a difference. Take another one. So we're selfieing up life right now. This is basically, this is the TikTok generation down to a T now, isn't it? Pop yourself in. Oh, I mean, if you can actually do it. Pop yourself in to the cage. Pick up the battery. And then with this battery, what we can do is just drop it through the hole in front of us. Sorry, that's what I was looking for, the hole. I was looking at my notes there. And then obviously pop yourself back out using the picture. Then you can pick the battery up that we took out. Place this kind of at the end right there. And then take another selfie. So you need a picture with this battery. So make sure that you've picked it up and you've got a picture with the battery. And then, oh yeah, that's good. That's good. That's looking good. So we can actually just head straight in through to the other side where the teleportation machine is. Drop this down. That's enough. Get on out of there, homies. Okay, right. Next up then. To the right, you can see the viewfinder. So what we need to do is actually take a picture and then jump. So we need to time this kind of perfectly. So jump as soon as it's about to flash. And that should give us the photo right there. If it doesn't work, obviously just rewind it and do it again. So there you go, just about made that. So this is the only one where we have to do that. But basically, transport yourself over to the other side. And that is the reason we used the jumping one. So, yeah. But again, that's the only time you have to do any sort of particular timing, like jumping and stuff like that with that. So, viewfinder again. Take another selfie. But first, let me take a selfie. That song was so annoying and so brilliant that, yeah, take another one. Take another selfie. There then, of course, is the old do Max Verstappen. Right, what we're going to do now is be quick with this one. So we need to take a picture, transport yourself with the picture through to the other side, and get as far away as you can. So walk backwards. You need to be as far away as you possibly can. So use the other photo to get back through to the other side. Pick up this photo. Make sure that you are far away. If not, rewind and try it again. And the reason we're doing this is because if we look up, you can see the metal gate or the metal fence. There we go. Then we can transport ourselves up. If you are not far away enough, you wouldn't be able to make it. So just try that one again. So if we head to the right, we're going to go through to the next teleportation level now. Okay, so this has another new feature where you take a photo and the whole world gets messed up. So, take a photo of the teleportation machine. Oh, see what I mean? It's black hole syndrome time, baby. Right, pop the photo wherever you want it to be. Just make sure that the teleportation machine is available to you to teleport yourself through. Next up, now this one is, again, very decent enough, very easy. But what we're going to do, we're going to take a photo of the L shape. So make sure to take a photo of the L shape bridge behind you. And then turn around. Max Verstappen. And then make sure to back away far enough that you can give yourself an L-shaped bridge in order to pick up the battery here on the next hand side. There we go. And then just take the battery back. And then just place him sort of as far as you can without knocking him down. I did actually accidentally knock him down. So I did have to rewind. But take another picture of the... Oh, god damn, my battery. Let's just make sure it's there. No, not there. Alright, there we go. Okay, so be careful, but take a picture of the L-shaped bridge, the photo one, so that we get another photo of the L-shaped bridge. Then we can just turn it around, replace the one that we broke earlier, as it were. Pick up the battery. And how happy days. Oh, Jesus. Aggressive much? Okay, straight through into the next one. We're going to get the Windbreaker achievement now. So head to the right, down through the little gap. Pick up the painting of this windmill, picture of a windmill. Place it wherever, literally doesn't matter. Then go ahead and take a photo of whatever it is that you want. And then just go ahead, place the picture next to the windmill to break it and get the Windbreaker achievement. So nice and easy, but we will go ahead and restart the level. Okay, now that that one is done, go ahead, pick up the battery. Now you're thinking, why would you want to do that? For many reasons. Pick up the battery, place it next to these little sun lounges right here, these little benches. Take a picture of that battery. Doesn't have to be next to the sun lounges, but just a picture of the battery. It's just out of our way in a safe distance. Head back down to that same place we got the windmill photo. And then we're going to photocopy it once. Just once. Go back up the steps. And then it is a simple case of looking up, popping the photo down. Ouch, my face. And then dropping them both down on there and teleportating your way through. I've made up about 16 different words for teleportation today, and I'm quite pleased about that. Not that any of them will ever be anywhere, but never mind. So, next level, take a picture of this wall to the right of where we started. And that gives us a nice little gap for us to go through. And then next up, if we have a look at, if we sort of jump up onto this little thing here, we need to place this in such a way that it gives us a little bit of, so we can actually just jump up. Now again, if it's too high, obviously just make sure that it's a little bit lower down. But as long as you are able enough to just jump and climb across, pick up the battery, and then climb across again, then you should be fine. But it may take a few attempts. Again, pretty messy version. There's probably an easy, there may be an easier, but probably definitely a cleaner way to do that. But, well, if there is, I haven't found it. So go to the right now in order to get through to the next level. And what we'll do, we're going to take a few selfies here. So, click the viewfinder. Get a selfie going. Nice. And then, take a photo of the viewfinder. So, yeah, it's all going on. So, take a photo of the viewfinder. Now, with the picture of your selfie, go out, but go out to the sort of right-hand side of the cage, as it were. And then what you're going to do is take another photo of this sort of nothingness on the floor. Again, all method of the madness. Then what you're going to do is use that gap of nothingness that you used. We're going to use that to jump across in order to pick up the red battery. And we're just going to place that down. We're going to place that down out of harm's way for now. So just next to the right of the stairs. We'll just place that out of harm's way. Pop the viewfinder down just next to the teleportation machine. That is fine. But basically it's got to be in front of the battery. So make sure to pick up the battery. Get yourself a selfie with the battery. Put the battery down. Pick up the photo. And then pick up the battery. Pop that down. Onto the pad, of course. And then simply go ahead and if we transport ourselves through to the other side, then we can grab the battery. So yeah, that's the only way you can do that. It's a bit confusing, that one. Sorry. But yeah, that's how we do that. Right, one thing I haven't done yet is we are going to get the Rewinder achievement. Basically, what you have to do is basically just rewind the last 2 minutes. So you could have done this at any point in the game, but what we're going to do is just stand around for 2 minutes. I'm obviously not going to stand around for the whole 2 minutes, but we're going to stand around for 2 minutes, and then once the 2 minutes are up, we are going to press the B button to rewind all the way back to the beginning in order to get the Time Traveler achievement. Right then, so we are coming up to more or less the end of the game now. A few more levels left to do though. So take a photo of the bridge on the right there. So we get a photo, but obviously it has been destroyed. Don't worry about that. Then we are going to place the bridge gap over the other side. So just off to the right of the teleportation machine right there. Obviously we couldn't cross this before, so cross it now. We're going to press the camera and then go back as far as we can, but don't turn around. So just wait until you hear the flash. So just make sure that it took a picture of your back and your butt. Your back butt. Or your butt and your back, whatever. And then go ahead, go to the left when we cross the bridge. Take a picture of the pressure cooker right there. And then transport yourself to the other side in order to finish it. That's the only way you can get that one done very, very quickly. So we're going to head up to the right now and up these steps. Keep on hopping, hop little froggy, hop little froggy. And then into the next level. Now this one basically is going to be a series of tests that we got to do, and we got to do them in 5 minutes. Oh, I fell. Okay, sorry, I fell. So first of all, take a picture of the bridge that was just behind you right there. So again, we get 5 minutes to do this, to basically complete 9 tiny little tests. Should be more than enough time. So once you pull the lever, get your photo of the bridge out so we can jump across the gap. And there we go. Make sure to take a photo of the bridge again. So we've got another bit of a bridge that we can gap. So pull the lever once more. This time, what we're going to do, jump across. Pick up the photo off the table of the little watering can. Head up the steps behind you. Do the old square illusion. And then just nip on through. But before we do that... Oh no, in fact, is this the one? Yes, so get your camera out again. Take a photo of the next bridge. So obviously don't pull the lever just yet because you'll mash yourself up. Okay, next up then. Obviously looking to the right. We obviously need to get through this little grate. So what we're going to do is that last wooden bridge photo, we are going to use it to go to the right. So just to the right a little bit. And then use your camera in order to... Where are we? If you turn it around... Oh, God, I'm so sorry. Oh, there we go. The radio. We need a picture of the radio. That's what we were looking for there. So make sure to take a picture of the radio. But try if you can. Try and get a bit close. Try and get as close as you can to it. So we can actually obviously pick it up a little bit later on. And then once that is done, with the radio, just to the right of the big building, whatever it is, make sure to pop it down so we can pick up the radio, and then we can actually just jump across to the other side. Put the radio down, go ahead and take a picture again of that same radio, and then we can pull the lever. So that one was a bit more confusing, apologies. Jump across the crate. Looking straight down, we can take a picture of the battery, which is going to be straight down. And then look to your right, and then we're going to take another photo of the that machine there, the device, whatever. And then that same photo, spin it around the photocopier machine, spin it around, align it so that we can actually just drop straight down and use the photocopier with that same battery, because again, obviously we need 2 batteries in order to finish. So it is just a case of looking up, getting the batteries to fall out of the photos, and then cracking on. Oh, alright, I'll try that one again. There we go. And that automatically does it for us. So next up then, go straight ahead. We need to, it's just an illusion, so go straight ahead over the bridge. And we need to be a bit careful here, but looking at the pillow, we need to just basically very carefully go around it. So go around it, and then head towards the archway, and then pull the lever.
This place will leave nothing behind.
And then next up, go across this little bridgey gap thing right here. We are going to pop the water can. We're going to put that just in front of the viewfinder, right there. Now, I don't think it matters too much if the water can is in the way, but I got a bit paranoid, so I wanted to take a picture of the whole thing. But make sure to get a selfie right here, so sort of as far away as you can again. And then we are going to get another one. Oh my God! I'm losing it. So once you picked up the photo, make sure to go and take another selfie so that you have 2 pictures of you next to this giant watering can. So pick up that photo again. And then we can use that photo to get through the little gap that you just seen to pull the lever. And then we're almost done. So go just across the gap there to our right. And we're going to use the radio one. So the radio one, in order to get the put it next to the speaker, that immediately cracks that one out. Get the so if we look to the left, we can literally just go in. For some reason, sometimes it doesn't. You might need to look more to the right in order to get through. Oh, hello. That was a nice big stiff grey one right in my face right there. No, thank you. So basically, just keep finding. You should have more than enough time anyway, but just keep finding these spots for you. Once you've pulled the lever, that is basically it. And we've just got a little tiny bit left to do before the game ends.
To find the truth on her own. But I see now, there is no singular truth, no perfect answer. If anything, meeting you in this place was the closest I would ever get to knowing. Tell me, the red world that awaits you, is it loving? Is it healing?
Alright then, so yep, go ahead, teleport your way through. This is the end. Sorry mate, I am out of here. I've had enough of this bloody stuff now. My mind is bending, my eyes are flipping upside its head. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of the Fresh Prince of Ben. Yeah, see, my mind's done. So once we have teleported in, it's simply just a case of, who's the Fresh Prince of Ben-A? Uncle Ben's rice. Yeah, I'm done. So anyway, go ahead and pick up the plant. Now, with the ending, it's a bit weird with this one. But we can go in through to the black door. This is basically the ending of the game now. But basically, what we are not able, or what we're not supposed to do, is actually bring things with us from this other world into the real world. So things... Well, if there is a second Viewfinder game, which honestly I really hope there is, because this game was genuinely fantastic. Really, really thoroughly had a good time with this one. Yes, the developers should be proud. But yeah, anyway, so hopefully they'll bring out a second one and stuff's going to start going mad. Oh my god, everyone's a silhouette right now. But that should be that. You should now get your final couple of achievements. What I did... Sorry, and what I have failed to mention is that you need at least 100 photographs as well. Which I do apologise, I did forget to fail. But what you have to do, if you were like me and you didn't get 100 photographs, I only needed 3 bloody more. I just went to the 3rd chapter, and then one of the levels in there just had the camera already out. So you just take 3 photos of anything, or however many that you've got left, and that's job done. And that will be that. So what an enjoyable game. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to share with a friend. And I'll see you in the next one. Big love.